A mysterious interstellar object, the size of Manhattan, has been racing through our solar system, displaying peculiar traits that have left some scientists baffled, and it's trending on social media. 7 jets of gas, or plasma, are now being emitted from an object known as 3 Atlas. This behavior is not typical for comets. That appears to resemble a galaxy, right? It could possibly be a spacecraft. This comet, 3I Atlas, may truly represent our galactic allies. So, what precisely is 3I Atlas, and what accounts for its enigma? In July, NASA's Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS telescope, located in Chile, made a significant discovery. A potentially billions of years old icy comet hurtling through our solar system. This marked the 3rd occasion of observing an enigmatic entity from outside our cosmic neighborhood, making a passage through our solar system, prompting scientists to designate it 3I Atlas. The name reflects its status as the 3rd observable interstellar object, while Atlas refers to the Discovery Team's acronym and their telescope's name. In an initial announcement following the discovery, NASA declared that the comet was thought to have originated from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius and did not pose any threat to Earth, with predictions that it would pass approximately 150 million miles away from our planet. However, as scientists delved deeper into analyzing 3 Atlas, the interstellar object revealed some unusual features that sparked debate, particularly from one scientist regarding the true nature of the object as a comet. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb was at the forefront of skepticism when he published a blog post in August, asserting that the cosmic wanderer seemed to be emitting its own light. After Loeb and a colleague scrutinized photos of the object released by NASA, the astrophysicist surmised that the glow of 3 Atlas was likely not a reflection of sunlight, but originated from a source less than 100 meters in diameter. This brightness profile analysis led Loeb to conjecture that the object's nucleus could be nuclear in nature, potentially representing an engine constructed by extraterrestrial beings. Although Loeb acknowledged that more evidence was needed, he suggested that a nuclear-powered 3I Atlas could clarify the object's unusual trajectory, which brought it unusually close to inner planets like Jupiter, Mars, or Venus. The likelihood of this trajectory is exceedingly rare. In fact, only 1 out of 20,000 such objects encounters proximity to planets due to their orbital paths around the Sun. The unusual trajectory of this celestial object raises the possibility that it could be engineered for reconnaissance purposes. Yet despite Loeb's theories, which have circulated widely in the media and online, NASA upheld that 3I Atlas was simply a comet. Other experts also expressed skepticism regarding Loeb's assertions. It's irresponsible science. This is merely coincidence. The trajectory of its path through the solar system has a natural explanation. It behaves like a regular comet. When it gets close enough to the Sun and Earth and is substantial enough to reflect sufficient light, it will appear just as another dot of light moving among the stars. Moreover, many such discoveries happen every night. While tracing the orbit back to origins outside the solar system, it can become intriguing. Regardless of whether scientists subscribe to the idea of 3I Atlas having alien origins, the celestial visitor has kept scientists alert. In August, a new analysis revealed that 3 Atlas was engulfed in a notable cloud of carbon dioxide, astonishing space experts. The images depicted 3 Atlas glowing a vivid red, exuding a seemingly ominous aura during a phase known as outgassing, which scientists anticipated as the object neared the Sun. However, even with their expectations, the object released a surprising amount of carbon dioxide and an unexpectedly minor quantity of water and carbon monoxide, according to experts, including Loeb. Loeb stated in a blog post that the outgassing from 3I Atlas was 16 times more intense than what would typically be seen from a comet at the same solar proximity. As the comet continued its trajectory towards our Sun, Loeb began to issue increasingly serious warnings regarding the object. During a segment on the Soul Foundation podcast with Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, he expressed the need for skepticism towards expert opinions. We must remain cautious concerning experts casually designating things as mere rocks in the sky because we, too, generate space objects. The question remains, did other civilizations do the same? The UAP subject correlates with this, since, if we are visited by a technological object like 3I Atlas, it could either directly visit us or deploy mini-probes that arrive on Earth, appearing as UAPs. We should remain aware of that possibility. The mystery surrounding the celestial object continued to escalate as it sped closer to the Sun. Scientists from the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope in Chile noted a substantial increase in cyanide and nickel outgassing, causing the mysterious object's color to shift from red to green. It then began emitting a rare metal alloy known as nickel tetracarbonyl, never before seen in nature. Coincidentally, this refined compound is utilized in metal coatings during manufacturing processes, particularly in the aerospace industry, to enhance surface materials. Loeb even accused NASA of concealing vital information regarding 3I Atlas when he told Joe Rogan on his podcast that the space agency had allegedly captured an image of the celestial object as it passed Mars, but that the image was never publicly released. 3I Atlas came within 30 million kilometers of Mars, and this picture was taken by the high-rise camera aboard the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which NASA operates. As you might recall, October 1st marked the government shutdown. Thus, on October 2nd, the data was obtained, yet it was never released. I reached out to the principal investigator of High-Rise asking if I could access the data. I'm a scientist, after all. You can always do the press release later. I'd just like to see it, right? Yet as the object continued its journey through our solar system, it revealed more phenomena that befuddled scientists. While nearing its closest approach to our solar star in a phenomenon known as perihelion, Loeb cited that NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory provided the first evidence of a non-gravitational acceleration exhibited by the celestial object. He noted that while most comets experience a slight acceleration when their ice sublimates into gas and jets out, a phenomenon termed the rocket effect, 3I Atlas was accelerating more rapidly than anticipated as it approached. Additionally, the object shifted colors again, appearing bluer than the sun, prompting Loeb to theorize that if it wasn't a natural signature, it could potentially be a hot engine or a source of artificial light. Images captured on November 8th of the bizarre object even led Loeb to hypothesize that the object possessed a complex jet structure, potentially a set of thrusters designed for spacecraft navigation. Loeb also observed that 3I Atlas was rapidly losing mass after its closest pass of the Sun, leading the Harvard scientist to suggest that the object might have fragmented into several pieces. While this dramatic mass loss seems to indicate a cometary nature, Loeb is still reluctant to dismiss the possibility of extraterrestrial origins. Nevertheless, scientists remain confident that 3I Atlas is merely another comet. According to Futurism, on October 24th, the Meerkat radio telescope in South Africa successfully detected the first ever radio signals from the object after 2 unsuccessful attempts in September. The telescope reportedly picked up radio absorption lines from hydroxyl radicals formed when sunlight breaks down water molecules. This discovery of radio signals now points to the conclusion that Atlas is a comet losing water as it approaches the Sun, rather than a potentially hostile alien probe conducting reconnaissance of our solar system. Many observers have focused their telescopes on the object. The telescopes consistently show that this is a normal comet. Yet some voices persist in claiming that it's aliens. So, allow me to clarify, it's not aliens. Scientists will have the opportunity to determine whether Atlas is a product of natural processes or technological intervention when it makes its closest approach to Earth on December 19, 2025.